Thank you for clicking on this video, my movie peeps. Oh, we've got a lot of movie news to discuss. Let's get into it. Some of the things we'll be discussing here today, guys, is we got our first poster and look for Supergirl. We got Nintendo officially announcing who's playing Link and Zelda in the Legend of Zelda movie. A brand new trailer for Stranger Things Season 5. Oh, that and so much more. Timestamps in the description. Hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and well, let's just jump into it. And well, kicking things off here, we have our first trailer for a new Pixar movie entitled Hoppers. This will be another original movie by Pixar, so don't let it flop like you did Elio. This time around, though, we're going to be following a girl whose brain gets implanted into a beaver, allowing her to communicate and live amongst the wildlife. And I gotta admit to you, I did not think the movie was going to be like this. It has a lot more of a jokey, fun vibe.
Whoa.
Hey.
And they were in the same den.
No.
Lunchtime! Ow! Okay. Why?
Huh? What? Why what? Why would I save his life?
Yeah.
Yeah, why would you do that?
Wait, what? But she was gonna eat you!
Well, yeah, she caught me. It's pond rules.
Pond rules.
Wait, I'm confused. How could you be cool with that?
I mean, she's gotta eat someone.
I'm totally welcome to it, and it actually brings a nice energy to the movie, and I really do hope more audiences seemed intrigued with this than they did with Elio, because it would really suck for Pixar originals to be flopping back to back to back. This, at least to me, seems like a lot more fun of an idea. Feels like it goes back to that Pixar well of just common general ideas, because who has not imagined talking to animals and trying to understand what they say? The other big thing that I hope Pixar does is actually market this movie. I feel like there was little to no marketing with Elio. Hoppers will hopefully get a bigger marketing push, because that's also part of the battle, is letting people know the movie exists. So yeah, count me excited for this one. I think it seems like a lot of fun. Let's hope it's good. How did you guys feel about the first trailer for Pixar's Hoppers? Next up here, Mortal Kombat 2. Tomorrow, we are actually going to be getting our first trailer for the movie. They already have a countdown in place set up on YouTube, so you can check for yourself when the trailer will drop exactly for you. But before we get that trailer tomorrow, we were released a 1-minute fake trailer for one of Johnny Cage's movies in the universe entitled Uncaged Fury. And look, let me tell you, I have had my doubts about Carl Urban portraying Johnny Cage. I just had a specific thought of how Johnny Cage should go, and whenever Carl Urban was cast, it's not that I don't think he's a good actor, I was just like, I don't know if I see him. After this 1-minute fake trailer, I am totally sold on his Johnny Cage. And a reminder, since this is a fake movie within the real movie, so don't be getting mad that the fight scenes don't look good or it looks cheesy and corny. It's doing that on purpose. This at least lets me know that they're going to lean into the fun of the Mortal Kombat world. And Carl Urban is going to be a huge standout and make me really enjoy this movie. Now I can't wait to see more of his version of Johnny Cage that's supposed to be an old washed up actor who only makes these kind of cheesy action movies. Once he gets told, hey, you have to join this tournament or else the world is in danger. Oh, that's a recipe for fun. So count me 100% in on Carl Urban's Johnny Cage, and I can't wait to see what kind of mayhem that trailer brings tomorrow. You know I'm for sure making a trailer breakdown on that, so say subscribe for that. And well, next up, we got a new trailer for Stranger Things Season 5. This is an almost 3-minute long teaser trailer, but it actually reveals a whole lot of interesting things for this new and final season. For one, we're starting to see what Hawkins looks like in lockdown. Crazy that they just have like a random portal there that they can be walking in and out of the Upside Down. We also get our first look at Linda Hamilton, who walks into a room filled with red lights. As most of you know, Linda Hamilton is famous for her role as Sarah Connor in the Terminator franchise, and Stranger Things has been no stranger to paying homage to Terminator, where they had this like Russian dude that was basically like Arnold's T-800 from the Terminator franchise. This time around though, she's named Dr. K, and she has her own SWAT team where she's trying to hunt down 11, thinking that maybe if they kill her or get rid of her, it'll solve all these problems in Hawkins. There's also this really crazy shot of Nancy who's just washing her hands all bloodied and crying really bad. You know we are getting some sort of major character death this season. With seeing Nancy cry this much, I'm thinking it's either going to be Steve or Jonathan, but then again, it could be her brother Mike or really anyone in the group, but somebody is dying in the arms of Nancy, and I'm thinking it's a main member of the group. The thing I'm most looking forward to though is the return of Vecna, and his little tease and new form in this trailer got me. Just hearing him say,
Found you.
Oh, dude, chills. Vecna's gonna be crazy. Well, last season he had this kind of like vine form, and now he's evolved to where those vines have thorns, making him almost look kind of like Groot, but he seems upgraded and much more powerful. That, along with all the other beautiful, crazy shots of this trailer, this is gonna be an epic finale. How did you guys feel about the new trailer for Stranger Things Season 5? Moving on, bright and early this morning, Nintendo and Miyamoto decided to announce who will be playing Zelda and Link in the live-action Legend of Zelda movie. Well, there's been a lot of fan castings for the movie, like Tom Holland playing Link or Hunter Schafer playing Zelda, which, yeah, I mean, she just looks like Zelda come to life. The actual people that they cast for the role is Bo Brigasson and Benjamin Evan Answorth, two actors that are basically unknown and are up and coming to play Zelda and Link. And also, this might actually be our first look of them in character in the movie. These photos were provided to us by Nintendo. They didn't specify if they're from the set of Legend of Zelda, but these photos are not from any previous work of the two actors. And if you look at Link's clothes, that feels like something that might come out of Legend of Zelda. So this could be what they end up looking like on camera. And dude, yeah, I might not know these actors. I'm not familiar with them, so I can't speak on how well they'll portray the role, but this does give me a lot more faith in the movie. When we look at what Universal did with their Nintendo adaptation of Mario, oh, they went famous actor galore. Chris Pratt, Jack Black, Seth Rogen, and they just filled the cast with that. I was afraid Sony might do the same thing with their Legend of Zelda movie, is cast really big names and have that kind of carry the movie, but no, they didn't get big names. They're letting the brand itself carry the film, and that kind of lets me know that they're gonna take it seriously. They're gonna let the project speak for itself. And heck, for all we know, the villain Ganondorf could actually be played by a big name. Jack Black? It's time for you to shine. So yeah, I think this is good news. It's thrilling. I just hope we get more first look photos and maybe a more traditional costume for Link and Zelda. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. How are you guys feeling with them going with basically unknown actors for Legend of Zelda? Happy, or you think they should have gone with some more well-known names? Moving on, before we talk about some updates in the DC universe, there's a quick update in the Marvel world I found kind of interesting. As you guys know, the Fantastic Four is quickly approaching. I'm very much looking forward to the movie and for you guys to check out the vlog where I go out to get some Fantastic Four stuff. But today, the director Matt Shakman actually revealed that a character that some people were really looking forward to be in the movie actually got cut from the film. It got revealed here that John Malkovich's role from the Fantastic Four has been cut. There was a lot of stuff to balance in this movie, and some things had to go. It was heartbreaking not to include him. John Malkovich was supposed to play a villain named Red Ghost. Not all that familiar, but he was going to be somebody that just was part of the rogues gallery of this universe's version of Fantastic Four, and now it looks like they just didn't want to overstuff the movie, or they didn't want to extend the runtime. That's another thing fans have been complaining about. The runtime for the Fantastic Four is 1 hour 55 minutes, which, if I'm being honest with you, I don't see what's the problem with that. That seems like a good enough time for the movie. But I guess there's some people yearning for the days where comic book film is 2 hours 30, 2 hours 40. I don't think a longer movie guarantees a better film, but it is still something fans are debating on, and it does suck. I like John Malkovich, and I was curious to see more villains in the rogues gallery for this Fantastic Four, and now one just got completely removed from the movie. How do you guys feel about John Malkovich getting cut out of the Fantastic Four? And well, bringing us to talk about some DC, we've had some really fun, interesting updates. So with Superman having just released, a new article from Variety was breaking down a lot of the stuff involved with Superman in DC, where they revealed, although Warner Brothers has sequel options on Corn Sweat and Brosnahan, a sequel announcement does not appear to be imminent. Instead, sources say the studio is fast-tracking a Wonder Woman movie, and the studio is thrilled with Matt Reeves' just submitted screenplay and draft for the sequel to The Batman. So this is coming off the heels that Superman is doing pretty well at the box office, although it's breaking records for this year and things like that. Because the overseas numbers aren't as grand as they would like, Warner Brothers is most likely going to wait for what Superman makes as a whole before they talk about the sequels for those characters. But in the meantime, they say that they are fast-tracking a Wonder Woman movie. Like, a Wonder Woman film seems to be the next thing they want to do, and that just makes sense. You set up Superman, we have Batman Brave and the Bold on the way, and now fast-tracking Wonder Woman. That is the Trinity. Those, I think, are the three characters you mainly need to set up first before you jump into a Justice League or some sort of bigger team-up film. And I am really curious how they handle Wonder Woman and what goes down in there. It's also really great that sources are saying that Warner Brothers is so thrilled with Matt Reeves' The Batman script. In fact, even the way this article phrased it, with Superman doing good, Wonder Woman being fast-tracked, and the Batman Batman with Matt Reeves doing good. It's like, I think you got your Trinity right there, you know? It's like, we still moving forward, Brave and the Bold? What's going on there? Because that was a lot of things fans were theorizing. It's like, we know people ended up loving Superman. It is making a decent amount of money. Are talks now going to get more serious about making those universes join together? Or are they still going to keep it separate? Well, it still might be a while till we get some of those answers. James Gunn is hinting about the larger story going on in the DCU that'll be revealed in Peacemaker Season 2. James Gunn says the DCU is building towards a big event. That is not what anyone thinks after Superman. If people watch the next season of Peacemaker, they'll see where a lot of things are going. And man, that is so exciting, but also I'm seeing red flags. Saying after Superman, we don't know what the plan is for the DCU, but once you see this Season 2, where Season 1 was from a different universe, then you'll understand our plans for the new DCU. Oh my God. Don't tell me you're doing some Disney Plus stuff now, DC. Even with that small nitpick and gripe aside, though, everything is looking bright with the future of the DCU. Wonder Woman's on the horizon. Batman Part 2 with Matt Reeves is sounding great. Peacemaker's gonna set us up for a big DCU event, and now we got the poster for Supergirl, which does lead me into talking about us getting our first poster for Millie Alcock's Supergirl movie that was released today. Oh, now that Superman has been released, it's out there. People are enjoying it. The next big movie in the DCU is Supergirl, and they are starting the marketing a little early. I really like this poster they put out. They're having a play on the tagline from David Cornsweat's Superman. Instead of look up, it's look out. Supergirl is there just sipping on a slushy. Fans were quick to point out that there's a bit of a costume change from this Supergirl to the way she looked in Superman. But these minor changes, I don't mind them at all. I still think the Supergirl costume actually looks really good. Although her cameo was small and wasn't impactful to the story, I still love the few seconds we got of Millie Alcock as Supergirl. Her leaning more into this drunk, fun girl personality is kind of what I think is going to make this Supergirl movie so fun to watch. It is funny seeing all the people who were mad and upset that there is a drunk party girl coming to the DCU, but most people now know she's only that way because she did live on a piece of Krypton. She watched everyone around her die, and so this drunk party girl persona is only a way for her to cope with that pain and that loss. I think this is a much better story decision than just making her a Clark Kent copycat. Fans have also zoomed in on her hands where she's drinking the slushy, and it did appear to be blood. I'm thinking it's more from the spray paint on the wall, but some fans think that this is maybe foreshadowing that her movie will be a lot more bloody, a lot more violent, which her comic book Woman of Tomorrow that this movie is based on is pretty violent. So that would be fun to see. All in all, though, I cannot believe how excited I am for a Supergirl movie. The minute they announced this as part of the DCU, eyes rolled and I said, really? What about Wonder Woman? Or can we get like Teen Titans with Starfire and Raven? Supergirl? But I have done a complete 180 and now I really can't wait to see this because it seems like it's going to be a fun space adventure movie. Let me know what you guys thought about the first poster for Supergirl along with a lot of those DCU updates. Anyways, guys, that is all movie news we currently have going on right now. I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch me talk some movie news. Don't be forgetting to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, follow me on Twitter at 3CFilms or on TikTok at 3CFilms. But as always, I'm Chris. See you later, alligator.